Discipline is the foundation of personal growth because it anchors every meaningful transformation we experience. It is not loud or glamorous, and it rarely receives applause, but it is always present at the root of every achievement. When we think of growth, we often picture the outcome: strength, success, clarity, progress. But the true catalyst is the quiet, persistent choice to show up even when it is difficult. Discipline builds the internal environment where growth is not only possible, but inevitable. It is in the moments when no one is watching that discipline reveals its true power. The commitment you make to yourself, the promises you keep without external pressure, and the standards you uphold when there is no reward in sight. These are the seeds of transformation. Personal growth thrives on honesty, and discipline forces you to confront your habits, your excuses, and your limitations with uncompromising transparency. Unlike motivation, which can fluctuate with mood and circumstance, discipline remains steady. It becomes a steady pulse that keeps you aligned with your values. Even when enthusiasm fades, discipline provides the structure that nudges you forward. It teaches you to act not out of emotion, but out of purpose. Over time, these small, disciplined actions accumulate into habits, and habits shape your identity. The foundation of growth is built by repeatedly doing the things you know matter, even when they don't feel comfortable. Discipline stretches you beyond pleasure and convenience, pushing you into the space where true development occurs. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of more, that you are willing to prioritize the long term over the short term. It is through discipline that you begin to recognize your own potential. You start to understand that growth is not something that happens by accident or chance, but by deliberate, consistent effort. You learn to trust yourself because you witness your own follow-through. That trust becomes a powerful fuel for pursuing even greater challenges. The basis of personal growth also lies in the resilience you build through disciplined action. When you commit to something and see it through, you reinforce your emotional strength. Life will always present unexpected obstacles, but discipline teaches you how to adapt, adjust, and continue moving forward despite them. It becomes the anchor that keeps you grounded when circumstances try to pull you off course. As you cultivate discipline, you also develop clarity. You begin to see which habits elevate you and which ones diminish you. The act of choosing discipline over impulse sharpens your awareness of what truly matters. This clarity influences your decisions, your priorities, and even the people you surround yourself with. Growth becomes not just a goal, but a natural outcome of living with intentionality. Discipline also forces you to embrace patience. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, discipline teaches you the value of the long game. You learn to appreciate progress that is slow, steady, and meaningful. You begin to understand that everything worthwhile requires time, and this understanding strengthens your perseverance. Another profound aspect of discipline is the confidence it builds. Confidence does not come from talent or external praise. It comes from repeatedly proving to yourself that you can rely on your own actions. Every disciplined choice becomes a vote for the person you are becoming. Over time, these votes accumulate into an unshakable belief in your potential. Ultimately, discipline is the foundation of personal growth because it transforms who you are from the inside out. It molds your mindset, shapes your habits, strengthens your character, and elevates your identity. Growth becomes not just something you pursue, but something you embody because discipline has become part of who you are. It is in the moments when no one is watching that discipline reveals its true power, because these are the moments that define your character. When the world is silent and there is no external recognition, the choices you make reflect your true priorities. Discipline shows up as consistency in the face of fatigue, as commitment when distractions are abundant, and as courage when comfort beckons. It is these unseen decisions that quietly accumulate, shaping the trajectory of your life long before anyone else notices. Every action taken in solitude, every promise kept to yourself without reward or acknowledgement, is a declaration of your values. Discipline forces you to confront your weaknesses, your temptations, and your fears directly. It challenges you to step into discomfort, to do what is necessary instead of what is easy, and to persist even when the path ahead seems uncertain. This confrontation is uncomfortable, yet it is where genuine transformation begins. When you practice discipline in private, you develop integrity. Integrity is not about how you present yourself to the world. It is about how you honor your commitments when no one is there to judge. Personal growth cannot thrive without this integrity because growth requires a foundation of truth, both with yourself and with the actions you take. Without discipline, promises dissolve, habits falter, and potential is wasted. Discipline also creates a rhythm in life, a structure that guides your decisions and actions. It is the framework that allows you to prioritize what matters most, even when distractions and temptations abound. By consistently showing up for yourself, you build habits that reinforce your goals. Small, repeated actions compound over time, creating momentum that propels you forward. What may feel insignificant today becomes monumental in the long term. The power of discipline is in its reliability. Motivation comes and goes, driven by emotions and external circumstances, but discipline is steady. It is the force that ensures progress continues when excitement wanes, when energy is low, and when the initial spark of inspiration fades. Growth depends not on fleeting passion, but on consistent, deliberate effort, and discipline is the engine that keeps that effort moving. Through discipline, you cultivate self-trust. Each time you act according to your commitments, even when it is inconvenient or difficult, you reinforce the belief that you can rely on yourself. This trust becomes a cornerstone of confidence, as it demonstrates that you are capable of following through, capable of enduring discomfort, and capable of achieving what you set out to accomplish. Discipline also builds resilience. Life is unpredictable, filled with obstacles, setbacks, and unexpected challenges. By training yourself to act with consistency and purpose, you strengthen your ability to adapt and persevere. Every disciplined choice is a rehearsal for facing adversity, a practice in maintaining focus and determination when external circumstances try to pull you off course. Another profound effect of discipline is clarity. When you consistently choose what aligns with your values over what is convenient, you develop a sharper sense of direction. You begin to recognize which actions propel you toward growth and which habits hold you back. This clarity informs not only your choices, but also your mindset, your priorities, and the way you navigate relationships and opportunities. Discipline teaches patience. It reminds you that meaningful progress takes time and that instant results are rare. By committing to the process rather than seeking immediate gratification, you learn to value persistence, to respect incremental progress, and to embrace the journey of self-improvement. This patience becomes a stabilizing force, helping you remain steady even when progress is slow. Ultimately, the moments when no one is watching are the true test of character, and discipline is the tool that allows you to pass that test. It transforms invisible effort into visible growth, internal commitment into external results, and potential into achievement. By choosing discipline, you shape the life you live, the person you become, and the legacy you leave behind. Unlike motivation, which can flare brightly and fade quickly, discipline remains constant and dependable, serving as the engine that drives long-term achievement. Motivation is fleeting. It comes from excitement, external encouragement, or the allure of results. But it is not enough to sustain progress when the challenges intensify. Discipline, on the other hand, provides a steady framework that keeps you moving forward, even when you feel tired, uninspired, or uncertain. It becomes the invisible backbone that supports every meaningful accomplishment. Discipline transforms intention into action. It bridges the gap between what you know you should do and what you actually do. Many people have dreams, visions, and goals, but without discipline, those aspirations remain abstract ideas. Discipline forces you to show up consistently, to take deliberate steps toward your objectives, and to maintain focus when distractions arise. It ensures that your intentions are not wasted and that your energy is channeled toward outcomes that matter. Consistency is the heart of discipline. Growth does not occur in bursts or sporadic efforts. It accumulates through repeated, purposeful actions over time. By committing to small, daily practices and maintaining them regardless of circumstance, you build habits that reinforce your progress. Each disciplined action is a building block, and as these blocks accumulate, they create a structure capable of supporting extraordinary achievements. Discipline also strengthens character. When you choose to act in alignment with your values rather than giving in to impulse, you reinforce your sense of self and integrity. Every time you honor a commitment, resist temptation, or persist through discomfort, you deepen your understanding of who you are and what you stand for. Every reaction, elements RED, EIPLE, INE, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with purpose. It is through discipline that you develop self-control, the ability to delay gratification, and the capacity to endure temporary discomfort for long-term benefits. Life is filled with distractions, temptations, and easy shortcuts, yet discipline empowers you to resist them. It teaches you to prioritize what truly matters over what feels good in the moment. The ability to exercise self-control consistently separates those who achieve their potential from those who fall short of it. Discipline cultivates resilience in the face of setbacks. Challenges, failures, and unforeseen obstacles are inevitable, but disciplined individuals respond with persistence and adaptability rather than surrender. Each time you push through adversity, you strengthen your mental and emotional fortitude. Discipline does not eliminate difficulty, but it equips you to confront it, navigate it, and emerge stronger on the other side. Another essential aspect of discipline is the clarity it provides. By consistently choosing actions aligned with your goals and values, you gain insight into what is effective and what is not. This clarity allows you to make better decisions, focus your energy on what matters, and avoid distractions that derail progress. It sharpens your awareness of your priorities and provides a clear path forward even when circumstances are uncertain. Discipline also teaches patience and perspective. Growth, mastery, and success rarely happen overnight. By committing to consistent effort, you learn to appreciate incremental progress and to remain steadfast even when results are slow to appear. This patience fosters long-term thinking and helps you embrace the journey rather than fixating solely on outcomes. Self-trust emerges naturally from disciplined practice. When you repeatedly follow through on your commitments, even when it is difficult, you build confidence in your ability to handle challenges and achieve goals. This trust in yourself is a powerful source of motivation, reinforcing the cycle of disciplined action and reinforcing the belief that you can rely on your own decisions and efforts. Ultimately, discipline is the engine that converts potential into achievement and aspiration into reality. It sustains effort when excitement fades, aligns action with intention, and transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary outcomes. It is the force that shapes not only what you accomplish, but who you become, and it ensures that growth, progress, and success are not left to chance, but are actively created through consistent, purposeful effort. The foundation of growth is built by repeatedly doing the things you know matter, even when they don't feel comfortable, because true progress is forged in moments of resistance. It is easy to act when everything is convenient, when motivation is high, and when the path is smooth. But growth does not happen in comfort. It happens when you push yourself beyond your current limits, when you choose action over avoidance, and when you continue moving forward despite uncertainty or difficulty. Each disciplined choice, no matter how small, compounds over time, building momentum that eventually propels you toward meaningful change. Growth through discipline requires embracing discomfort as a necessary companion rather than an obstacle. Every time you face a challenge or endure an uncomfortable situation for the sake of improvement, you are strengthening your capacity for resilience. Discomfort tests your commitment to your goals and your willingness to prioritize long-term benefits over immediate satisfaction. The moments that feel most difficult are often the ones that carry the greatest potential for transformation, and discipline ensures that you do not shy away from them. By consistently choosing the right actions over the easy ones, you develop self-mastery. Growth is not simply about achieving external outcomes. It is about cultivating control over your impulses, your habits, and your decisions. Self-mastery arises when you are able to act according to your values rather than your whims, when you make choices that align with your vision even in the absence of external pressure. Discipline is the tool that allows you to bridge the gap between who you are today and who you aspire to become. Repetition and consistency are the pillars of this growth. Every effort, every habit, and every disciplined action contributes to the structure of personal development. Small actions performed consistently carry far more weight than sporadic bursts of effort. Over time, these repeated behaviors form patterns that define your identity. What you do regularly becomes who you are, and discipline ensures that your daily actions are intentional and directed toward meaningful growth. Discipline also cultivates focus. Growth requires not only effort, but also clarity and prioritization. Without focus, energy is dissipated and progress slows. When you exercise discipline, you train yourself to concentrate on the tasks and behaviors that truly matter, to avoid distractions, and to channel your resources into activities that yield long-term results. This focus allows you to move efficiently toward your goals, making your growth both intentional and measurable. Through disciplined effort, you build resilience and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. Discipline teaches you how to respond to challenges with determination rather than frustration, how to persist when outcomes are uncertain, and how to learn from failures rather than being discouraged by them. Each disciplined choice in the face of adversity strengthens your capacity to navigate complexity and reinforces your belief in your ability to overcome obstacles. Another essential aspect of disciplined growth is accountability. Discipline requires you to hold yourself responsible for your actions, your progress, and your commitments. It demands that you confront excuses and rationalizations, that you face the truth about where you fall short, and that you take ownership of your journey. This accountability fosters self-awareness, builds integrity, and reinforces the alignment between your intentions and your actions. Discipline also nurtures patience, a critical component of meaningful growth. Change does not happen overnight, and progress is often gradual and incremental. By committing to consistent effort over time, you learn to value the journey as much as the destination. Patience allows you to maintain momentum, to celebrate small victories, and to continue pushing forward even when immediate results are not apparent. Growth, like mastery, requires time and persistence. Through disciplined action, you also cultivate confidence. Confidence is not born from luck or talent. It is earned through repeated proof of your capability. Every time you follow through on a commitment, complete a challenging task, or persist when it would have been easier to quit, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving what you set out to accomplish. This confidence becomes self-reinforcing, motivating you to tackle even greater challenges. Ultimately, the foundation of growth is built on consistent, disciplined action that prioritizes what matters, embraces discomfort, and maintains focus over time. Each decision to act with purpose rather than ease, each commitment honored, and each challenge faced becomes a building block for personal transformation. Discipline shapes not only what you accomplish, but also who you are. guiding your evolution from potential to achievement, from intention to reality. It is through discipline that you begin to recognize your own potential, because without it, your capabilities remain dormant, hidden behind habits of convenience and fleeting motivation. Potential is not realized in moments of ease. It is uncovered when you consistently choose to push yourself, to stretch beyond what feels safe, and to act despite fear or doubt. Discipline is the lens through which you see the possibilities within yourself, and it is the force that allows those possibilities to transform into tangible achievements. By practicing discipline, you learn that growth is intentional rather than accidental. It is easy to hope for change, to dream of success, or to imagine the life you want, but without disciplined action, those hopes remain intangible. Discipline forces you to structure your days, to prioritize meaningful activities, and to take consistent steps that align with your aspirations. It turns abstract potential into a roadmap of achievable milestones. Discipline also instills self-awareness, which is essential for recognizing your strengths and weaknesses. When you are disciplined, you observe your patterns of behavior, your responses to challenges, and your adherence to commitments. This observation allows you to identify areas where you can improve, to refine your habits, and to make conscious decisions that move you closer to your potential. Self-awareness is the compass that guides disciplined effort, ensuring that your actions are purposeful and effective. Through discipline, you develop resilience and perseverance, essential traits for unlocking your potential. Challenges, failures, and setbacks are inevitable, but disciplined individuals respond with determination rather than discouragement. Every time you persist in the face of difficulty, you reinforce your capacity to overcome obstacles, demonstrating to yourself that you are capable of more than you initially believed. This repeated proof of competence strengthens your confidence and expands your sense of what is possible. Discipline cultivates focus, which allows you to channel your energy toward the actions that truly matter. Potential can be squandered by distraction, indecision, and inconsistency, but discipline ensures that your efforts are aligned with your goals. It teaches you to say no to short-term temptations that derail long-term success, and to concentrate on the habits, practices, and routines that compound into meaningful results. Focus transforms scattered energy into directed progress. Another profound effect of discipline is the development of patience. Realizing your potential is rarely a fast process. It requires sustained effort over time. Discipline teaches you to appreciate incremental progress and to remain steadfast when results are not immediately visible. This patience allows you to maintain momentum and to continue building toward your aspirations without being discouraged by temporary setbacks or slow advancement. Discipline fosters accountability, holding you responsible for your growth and actions. By committing to yourself and consistently following through, you learn to take ownership of your journey rather than waiting for external forces or circumstances to dictate your progress. Accountability ensures that potential is acted upon, that ideas are translated into action, and that every step contributes meaningfully to your evolution. Through disciplined practice, you cultivate confidence in your own abilities. Each act of commitment, each moment you persevere when it would be easier to quit, and each obstacle you overcome reinforces your belief in your capability. This self-confidence is a feedback loop, encouraging you to take on greater challenges, pursue bigger goals, and continue expanding the boundaries of what you believe is possible. Discipline also encourages continuous learning and refinement. By consistently evaluating your progress, adjusting your strategies, and committing to improvement, you transform potential into skill and talent. It is not enough to merely recognize what you are capable of. Discipline ensures that you actively develop and enhance those abilities, converting latent potential into practical competence. Ultimately, discipline is the mechanism through which potential becomes reality, It transforms abstract capability into measurable achievement, turning hope into results and intention into action. By practicing discipline, you witness the gradual unfolding of your abilities, the strengthening of your character, and the expansion of what you believe you are capable of accomplishing. Ultimately, your future is something you build through disciplined action, not something that simply unfolds by chance. Life presents countless possibilities, opportunities, and challenges, but potential alone does not create results. Without deliberate, consistent effort, your dreams remain abstract and your goals remain distant. Discipline is the tool that allows you to take control of your trajectory, to shape your reality according to your vision, and to ensure that your intentions translate into meaningful outcomes. Building your future through discipline requires clarity of purpose. You cannot construct a meaningful life without knowing what you want to achieve and why it matters. Discipline aligns your daily actions with that purpose, ensuring that every effort contributes toward a larger vision. When your choices are guided by intentionality rather than impulse, you transform ordinary routines into strategic steps that advance your goals. Clarity of purpose becomes the blueprint for the disciplined actions that will shape your tomorrow. Discipline teaches you to prioritize long-term growth over short-term comfort. Immediate gratification is alluring, and easy choices often tempt us away from the work that matters most. Yet every time you choose what is challenging, what is uncomfortable, or what stretches your capabilities, you are actively constructing a future that reflects your highest potential. Discipline ensures that temporary ease does not dictate the path of your life, and that consistent effort compounds into lasting results. Through disciplined action, you cultivate habits that become the foundation of your future success. Habits are the invisible architecture of achievement, and discipline is the force that ensures those habits are constructive, consistent, and aligned with your vision. Each repeated action, no matter how small, contributes to the structure of your life, gradually transforming effort into momentum and intention into tangible progress. Discipline also builds resilience, which is essential when constructing a meaningful future. The path toward your goals is rarely linear. Setbacks, failures, and unforeseen challenges are inevitable. Through disciplined practice, you develop the capacity to persist in the face of adversity, to adapt when plans shift, and to maintain focus even when the outcome is uncertain. Resilience, born of discipline, ensures that obstacles do not derail your long-term vision. Another effect of disciplined action is the development of self-trust. When you consistently follow through on commitments, you prove to yourself that you are reliable, capable, and accountable. This trust becomes a cornerstone of your future, empowering you to take bold steps, make difficult decisions, and pursue ambitious goals. Without self-trust, potential remains untapped, but with discipline, confidence grows alongside capability. Discipline sharpens focus and attention, enabling you to concentrate on what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions, superficial pursuits, and constant noise, the ability to stay aligned with your priorities is invaluable. Discipline trains your mind to filter out irrelevant influences, to dedicate energy to high-impact actions, and to ensure that every effort is meaningful. This focused application of energy is what transforms vision into reality. Through disciplined consistency, you cultivate patience, understanding that meaningful progress is rarely instantaneous. Building a future worth having requires long-term effort, persistence, and a willingness to endure delayed gratification. Discipline reinforces the value of steady advancement, allowing you to trust the process and maintain momentum even when immediate results are not apparent. This patience ensures that your long-term efforts are sustainable and effective. Discipline also instills accountability, reminding you that your future is the product of your choices and actions. No one else will build the life you envision for you. It is your responsibility to take charge, to make deliberate decisions, and to act with integrity. By holding yourself accountable, you create a feedback loop that reinforces growth, corrects mistakes, and ensures that your actions remain aligned with your ultimate goals. Through disciplined action, every step you take becomes intentional, every effort compounds, and every challenge conquered strengthens the foundation of your future. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstances, luck, or fleeting motivation. Instead, you are the architect of your destiny, actively constructing a life that reflects your vision, values, and highest potential.